like this.
So Vedanta is the same as Advait Vedanta? Or?
Advait Vedanta, yeah.
Right, which is non-duality.
That is the highest teaching. Actually, it is a teaching that is required to get in day-to-day life, to have a good state of mind and to operate.
Explain that teaching.
Also with Vedanta, I'll explain one more thing. Vedanta is very dangerous also, because then you don't participate in the game of life. You think that everything is Maya, I am Brahman, and then you just become lethargic, and again you come into tamas.
Yeah, you said a lot of words.
Yeah,
I want to
sorry,
understand
I'm
your
just
grammar.
flowing,
No, I completely understand. My serious question is, what is Advait Vedanta? What is Tamas, Rajas, Sattva?
Okay, this Advait Vedanta is a topic which I can talk about years and years, but let's make it simple. Advait Vedanta. Advait means non-duality. Okay, there are many schools in Vedanta also, but I'm just talking about Advait because I think that is what people need to practically apply in life. School of non-duality. Vedanta is the end of Vedas, which is Upanishad. So when you read, nowadays it is impossible to read Ved. So I would recommend read the Upanishad, start with base to get into knowledge, textual knowledge and everything. Now, how does Advait Vedanta work? Have you heard about Einstein? I'm sure you have. Yeah. What he said something very interesting, that everything is relative, nothing is absolute. That means in simple language, on its own, nothing has value. It is interdependent to have value.
Sure.
So ये value से पानी पी रहा हूँ. But what Vedanta says, only the absolute is reality. Rest everything is Maya. That means एक source है. If you understand that source, you will understand the entire consciousness, entire world and everything. For example, let me get it more practical. I'm sure you're aware that the world that you see is upside down, right?
Oh, because of the light reflection, sure.
Yeah, the brain flips it.
Sure.
Yeah, Rishi is saying it is Maya.
Isn't it true that the first image in my eye is upside down and then the brain flips it, but the world is straight?
Yeah, but it is Maya only, no?
Sure.
Yeah.
I understand the metaphor. I understand the metaphor.
Yeah, it is Maya only.
Yeah.
So the rishis are saying that I will just talk about it and I'm asking you only as if you're sitting, I'm trying to explain Vedanta. I'm asking you a question. What is constant in your life?
Nothing.
At the most.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that it is me who is looking, I think nothing else is constant.
Just 2 minutes you said that past has changed completely. Your body is changing completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everything is changing.
Then what are you running behind? Then what you said, 5 saal mein mere ko I'll get bored. If you know it yourself is not constant, then why are you running behind it? You'll never be satisfied.
Sure.
Because the human mind is always craving for a constant flow of ecstasy.
Right.
Which is the highest state, and that is your birthright. You think that Prakhar, you're doing this podcast or traveling the world or meeting Bhavesh is your goal? No. Something you'll crave more. That is, the rishis decoded a long time ago. Then again, they went to a very simple question that if you say that you're the body and this time is existing, is this world a reality? So they came up with a second question. I'm making the Upanishad Vedanta very simple. So they're asking what is reality? Because many people ask us or ask you, I'm touching you, aap to real ho. Or I'm awake now, everything is real. So the answer is very simple. They are saying the 3 states of consciousness that every human being goes through. The first is the awake state. I'm awake now. But they have also answered this beautifully. Reality is that which never changes. This is what modern science is not able to crack it now. Reality is that which never changes. That means if I say I'm awake, till I die I should be awake. It is not possible I'm going to sleep. Second is a dream state. In your dream you get multiple dreams. That is also changing. And deep sleep is something, if you go in deep sleep, you lose awareness. That is tamas actually. So reality is what which never changes. So how they answer this is beautifully, is saying there's only one reality, that is pure consciousness. Usse puri dunya bhar rahi hai. If you tap into that, or if you experience that, what is changing is Maya.
Fair.
So that is Advait Vedanta in a nutshell. Of course, it goes in detail, but itna touch karenge to it will be too much.
I see. Have you ever encountered somebody who is at that level?
Yes.
Many?
Not many. Constantly operating in that state, very few.
Very few.
Very few.
Are they markedly different from other humans?
Oh, yeah.
How?
They don't care. They don't care. They're not like us who want to come talk about it. Of course, their roles also differently plays, but yeah, there are people now also, I believe.
Are they more common than we might think?
They're very common. They are very common. In fact, you don't realize we met a great saint who was lying on the floor. We were in Sri Shailam. And sitting and like literally, I should not say this, but literally begging. But when we went to him and he started speaking, it was something.
How do you know what is the symptom?
I think the more spiritually evolved, you come to know who's genuine and who's not.
Sure, genuineness is one thing, but in reaching that state is another.
You come to know. I think sadhana tells you come to know. And there's more than that also, that how much you have worked on yourself to understand them. Genuine people are there. In fact, great rishis like Ramana Maharishi, Thakurji, they were all in that state.
I'll give you a primitive, more proximate example. I have always felt, and it might sound biased, it is not. I have always felt my mother is very special in this way, because in 30 years of being around her, I have never seen her heavy in her energy. Speaking in a very vague language here.
Yeah.
And what I effectively mean is almost nothing traps her.
Then she's free.
And I keep saying this privately, never to her directly. I think she's not many lifetimes away.
Yeah.
And it's very distinctly unique from other people in her family. I think very distinctly unique from other people in my family. It's very unique about her. And it's just an instinct I have. I may be completely, this should be a private grammar, whatever. But there's something I can sense there. That made me wonder if there has to be more people walking around normal consciousness that are much more...
More than, sorry, I'm cutting you.
Please.
That, I believe, no. You might be a great saint. I will not come to know. Because at that state of consciousness, you can pretend to become very good actors. But only staying with the person, you will come to know how deep are they enlightened or in higher states, or how they are pretentious. That you come, and people are not stupid. People come to know. Everyone has you picked up. You have that instinct. You're staying with her. You have seen her. You have studied her.
Very rarely have I found somebody who's just like...
Bro, अभी तो हमने बिल्कुल surface scratch किया है. If you want to know कि क्या मस्त, interesting, innovative, unique conversation, which was a full conversation, तो आप जाओ main channel पे और click करो यहाँ.